Ali vidim da zna situaciju teme.
Da je obrazovan čovjek da...
I bio sam prije njega kod Pellegrinija.
Da. Kako je došlo?
Dobro, dobro, okej. On je isto, vidim, još jednom
direkcije naši eksperti kod stvarno.
Príjemné popoludnie, dámy a páni, vítajte na pôde Ministerstva zahraničných vecí a európskych záležitostí.
Okay, it's in English, okay. Yeah, okay.
It's in English?
English?
Anglické tlmočenie máme? English.
English, okay. Well, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. As I'm coming here for the first time in bilateral visit, let me extend these greetings to representatives of media, and of course, Mr. Lajčak, dear friend Miro. Thank you for having us here and for great hospitality that we are feeling in Bratislava. I last night did some counting. In 1 year, this is my 4th time in Bratislava, so Slovakia is obviously very close to us, not only geographically. And before I move to these very important issues, let me make one more remark. Usually back home, when people get a bad voice like you today, it's because they were singing and dancing last night. Unfortunately, with you, it's not the case. It's due to a lot of traveling and a lot of talking, doing your job. So yes, I would like to confirm that definitely in the key focus was the Slovakian presidency, especially regarding the issues on enlargement and on Bosnia and Herzegovina's European aspirations. Miro is a great friend of Bosnia and Herzegovina, not only as somebody who spent there part of his life working, but also as somebody who is perceived back home as impartial, as somebody who understands our internal relations, and this makes Slovakia's friendly approach to Bosnia and Herzegovina even stronger. Therefore, we do expect that during Slovakian presidency we will be able to make huge breakthrough in our European integration process. But I want to make clear that this expectation of ours is not because we think we need to get some shortcut opened by our friends, but rather just to be supported on the deliverance and on the things successfully done by us in upcoming weeks. Definitely the adaptation of the association and the stabilization agreement is key priority right now. And I informed my colleague today on this, that 3 rounds on negotiations have been done, that we are very close to the decision on this, and that what needs to happen at the very end is, first of all, full political agreement on this issue within the country, because the reforms and the European integration process is impossible without having both entities, Republika Srpska and Federation, on board, and of course also the state-level institutions. So this is the first big thing we need to do back home, and nobody can help us on this, even including our friends here in Bratislava. And after that, if we do this in next couple of weeks, I hope we'll be able to get some good news from European Union at the very beginning of Slovakian presidency, at the beginning of next half of this year. The second important issue is mechanism of coordination, which is also almost finalized, and I think that if we are able to meet these two very important tasks in upcoming weeks, then the third one, the meaningful progress of the reforms, will be actually done also. So today I again underlined the big consensus of the peoples of Bosnia and Herzegovina. All three constitutional peoples, Serbs, Croats, Bosniaks, and all the others on the European future of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Latest figures say that it's 78% among our citizens on this, and we want to use this consensus on going forward as fast as possible. This also brings high expectations of our people, but I'm sure once we get a good rhythm on closing to European Union, we'll manage to deal with these high expectations as well. So to make final comment on the European integration part of our discussion, European integration of Bosnia and Herzegovina, we said that we would stay in very close contact, and our friends here in Bratislava will be informed of all the progress that we are making, and hopefully together we'll have some good news even in July. On the bilateral issues, I can only confirm that we have really no open issues. There is nothing that is in any way slowing down developing of our relations, and therefore we talked about possibilities on how to make this good political relations result with also some good effects for everyday life of people in Bosnia and Herzegovina and also in Slovakia. First of all, developing of the economic relations is top priority. This was one subject. Also, we discussed about cooperation in education sector, in security sector, and the overall conclusion is that the two countries will continue also to work very closely in all the other sectors, and hopefully soon also coming with some new agreements and with some new contracts between the two countries that will also be kind of a confirmation of this very friendly relations between Slovakia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And at the end, let me wish all the best to you, Miro, to your associates, to your government, with the 6 months that are coming up very soon. It's a big task for your country, for your government, and I'm sure that you will be very successful, not only with the enlargement, but also with all the other priorities that you put up. Thank you.
Ďakujem pekne.